Something ancient is arriving, not from outside of you, but from the deepest country within you. A country you have always known, but rarely had words for. On May 15, a portal opens. The Simorgh descends through the veil of blossoms, and she has been looking for you for a really long time. In the oldest stories of Persia, the Simorgh lives atop Mount Kaf, the cosmic mountain at the center of all worlds. She is older than time itself. Her feathers carry the healing knowledge of every age. She has witnessed the world destroyed and reborn 3 times over. And she is still here. She is part of the air you breathe, part of the line of ancestors who loved you before you had a name. In the great Sufi poem of Attar, 30 birds set out across 7 valleys, valleys of seeking, of love, of knowing, of letting go, of union, of awe, and of the beautiful dissolution of self. And when those 30 birds finally arrived at the mountain of the Simorgh, exhausted, featherless, transformed, they looked into the divine mirror and understood at last. Simorgh, 30 birds. They were the Simorgh all along, the seeker and the sought, one and the same. This is what the Simorgh Portal is asking of you. Not to find something outside yourself, not to arrive somewhere new, but to remember, to call home every bird inside you that was left behind along the way. The bird who was told she was too much, the bird who dimmed her light to make others comfortable, the bird who forgot the sound of her own wings, the bird who left a piece of herself in an old grief, an old love, an old version of a story that was never fully hers. The Simorgh is calling, and the call sounds exactly like your own voice, finally speaking from the deepest place. The journey to the Simorgh crosses 7 valleys. You have been crossing them, perhaps without knowing their names. The valley of the quest, where you first dare to ask, is there more than this? The valley of love, where reason bowed to something greater than logic. The valley of knowledge, where everything you thought you knew became only the beginning of understanding. The valley of detachment, where you learn to love without clinging, to hold without grasping. The valley of unity, where the walls between you and the sacred grew thin as paper and then disappeared entirely. The valley of wonderment, where beauty overwhelmed understanding and you surrendered not knowing. And the valley of annihilation, where the self you thought you were dissolved back into the self you always were. You have walked these valleys. You are not starting at the beginning. You are arriving. On May 15, I invite you to create a sacred space. Lay a cloth, place a feather at the center, any feather, as the Simorgh's emissary. Set a mirror face up so the sky can see itself in it. Pour rosewater, the ancient Persian offering, and touch it to your forehead, your heart, your wrists. Light a golden candle. Gather 30 small stones, petals, seeds, and arrange them in a circle. One for each bird, one for each lost piece of yourself you are calling home. Then sit. Place your hands on your heart. Close your eyes and say, I am 30 birds. I am the journey and the destination. I am the Simorgh I have always been whole. This portal also opens a door to those who came before you, the ancestors who carried wounds they could not name, the ones who loved imperfectly because they were never shown how, the ones whose prayers were never finished and whose prayers are completed in the simple fact of your living. You are the answer to something they were reaching for. On May 15, you can speak their names. You can set a place at your altar for them. You can say, what was unhealed in you, I am consciously completing. What was unspoken, I am speaking now. What was unlived, I carry forward in bloom. Your healing is ancestral medicine. It moves in both directions. The Simorgh Portal is not a moment. It is a mirror. And when you stand before it, when you finally look without flinching, you will see not a seeker, but the Simorgh herself, ancient and luminous and entirely, completely, irreversibly whole. Welcome home, beloved. You have always been the one you were looking for. This is the Simorgh Portal. This is your original face. And it is so, so beautiful.